Congressman Kevin Brady, the man who made possible those the big tax cuts we got under Donald Trump. Congressman, when you are monitoring transactions as little as $600, you're not going after the Bill Gateses and Jeff Bezoses. You're looking at a much wider pool here. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. So, look, for years, when the IRS commissioner was truly independent, you would meet with them a couple times a year on the Ways and Means Committee, go through the tax gap, compliance, technology, customer service, issues like that. And what they always told you was, we think the cheaters are farmers and small businesses, but we don't know how to get after them. This new bank surveillance scheme is not aimed at the wealthy or the big corporations. They're aimed at farmers, small businesses, and families. They intend to track these total transactions each year. They believe, I think this is tied to raising the SALT cap. They think they can get about $250 billion from the bank surveillance and 80,000 new IRS agents. They think that's how they can pay for several years or more of the SALT cap repeal, which, as you know, half of that goes to millionaire households or bigger. And so it seems ironic that you would be tracking, the smallest businesses and the family farms to give this huge tax break to the wealthy.
You're talking about the state and local tax deduction. It was capped at $10,000 under that tax plan that you and leading Republicans came up with. That's an interesting scenario. I'm wondering on the plan that they're kicking around, Congressman, it looks like Democrats who are going to decide this one way or the other, since it's not expected to get any Republican votes. I'm talking about the human infrastructure package, not the bipartisan one. It's looking like it could be falling apart. Do you get a sense that it might not happen at all?
I do. And I think every day that they struggle makes it more likely this collapses. I don't think the Friday jobs report or today's inflation report helped them one bit. The president's now nearly 1 million jobs short of what he promised from the last COVID stimulus. Certainly that worker shortage, which they've been in denial about, is having a real impact on our recovery in Main Street businesses. And these higher prices, which frankly I think will get higher as the rental and housing incomes start to go into play here in higher healthcare costs. Look, he's lost the confidence of the American people. They don't trust him on his handling of the economy in any sense. And I think that makes it very difficult for moderate Democrats who run back home as a Main Street moderate Democrat to vote for a bill that will work against their local community and certainly against families.
Obviously they respond by saying, as grim as things look for the president right now, it was roughly at this stage in the Reagan presidency, actually closer to the midterms, where he was looking like a one-termer because inflation wouldn't leave and neither would the recession. Ends up surviving it and then some and wins. That's what they're betting on, that this package, should it pass, is going to have the same impact as Ronald Reagan's tax cuts had 40 years ago. What do you make of that?
I think they're respectfully living in a parallel universe. Never should the Biden administration ever be compared to the Reagan administration in any way. And the way President Reagan, frankly, worked us into one of the strongest economies on the planet was cutting taxes, not raising them, giving balance to regulation, not driving them higher. And certainly wasn't fueling inflation, with just runaway massive stimulus spending. So there's no comparison. He wishes, that was a parallel, but in truth, it's not. We're going the opposite direction.
You must have known we were going to talk about William Shatner with the parallel universe thing. Kevin Brady, that was brilliant. Thank you very much. Very, very good catching up with you. Indeed.